Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Set, 19, check right 54, right 54. Push him back, line up.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Watson. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Here we go. Mike 54. Come on, boy. Come on.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike 5-4, Mike. Go. What do you think?
Now Prescott. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Here we go, 46. Crunch time, defense. 54, Mike. Kill. 47. I'm coming after you. Here we go, go to 54, go to 26.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And it's third down. Is that 19? Mark my board. All day, every day, any day. Switch. Check the board. He's checking. Crash.
Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
19. 54 I'm here all day.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Check. Watch 54.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's it, baby.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. That's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 27, Prescott finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run on first down. Bernard, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Go. Mike's 54. Mike's ball. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Hey, watch that. Go. Get out.
Prescott from the gun. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On second down, Bernard. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go. Hey. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 2.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Watch a slant.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, we got to snap it. Let's go.
Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Watson now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
This is our time, guys. This is our time. 57.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a draw play for Gurley. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Kill, kill, kill. And 31. Mike 54. Mike 54. So don't say nothing.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Boswell's kick is good. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Prescott. That's going to be caught by Richardson. They find some open field here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cole Richardson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man. Complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Grant. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. It's hauled in by Shepard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's caught. Shepard. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 5-4. Here we go, here we go.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On second down now, Bernard. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 19. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now left side on the swing pass. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go back to Grant. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
To throw on third down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, Bernard. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll run again with Bernard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Watson now to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check right 54. Right 54. Watch twist.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Prescott to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 54 is mine. Check. Watch 54.
Now Prescott. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Everyone, 37's the mic. Mic 37. Ain't no shot. Relax. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mic 37. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mic 37. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mic 37.
Here's Watson throwing on 4th down. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Here we go. 4 and 8. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Cut.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Seahawks, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. I've been